Morning America, how President Biden is taking on rising prices and the other major issues taking center stage as we count down to the midterm elections.
Good morning, America. Everybody's in a good mood in the studio. As you're all the Yankee fans, they're in a good mood also because they earned their spot in the fight for the World Series. They're moving on to play in my hometown of Houston against the Astros.
Be careful now. A lot of Yankee fans here.
Yeah.
What? I didn't say anything. May the best team win.
That's right. And game one is tonight.
Game one is tonight.
Exciting. Your hometown of Houston not feeling like it normally does, though.
That's true.
Texas waking up to that record cold blast felt very. To the midterm elections now, less than 3 weeks away, and the key races are heating up. Democrats, what people need these days. All right, Steve, thank you very much for that. We turn now to the latest on the war in Ukraine. The country is bracing for more drone strikes as NATO pledges to send more air defense systems against Russian attacks. Our Britt Clennett is on the scene there in Ukraine with more, including the new developments on possible Russian setbacks in the south.
To Brittany Bell from our ABC station, WABC, in for Ginger. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me, Robin. So we've been talking about the near record low temperatures across much of the south.
We cannot wait to catch up with her in our next hour. She has an off-Broadway show, one-woman show. She's going to talk about that. I think we can convince her to perform as well. Whatever hits.
I heard her rehearsing earlier, so I got excited. Cannot wait for that. But first,
guys.
Thank you.
Just even
can't
thinking about it.
That is frightening. Thank goodness they're all okay. Yes. All right. We're turning now to the guilty verdict in a more than 25-year-old murder case. Mona Kosar Abdi is in Salinas, California with the details on all of that. Good morning, Mona.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks so much.
Coming up later, to LeBron, he's also on his way to the season break. We'll be right back. Ran out of time. Good morning, America. That's Rihanna singing Shut Up and Drive, but we're not going to shut up. We're going to talk to the driver himself, Dale Earnhardt Jr., the legend, who was inspired by his young daughters to write his children's book. He's going to tell us all about that.
Plus, court is in session because Judge them soon.
We certainly are, but first, we have a lot of news to get to this morning, starting with President Biden.
Stopped. And when they found a way to fake.
One New Jersey mom is on a mission to uncover information about a possible cancer cluster at her children's school and how she's pressuring local town officials for answers. Ariel Rushef is here with that story. Good morning.
Good morning to you guys. This mom really taking initiative.
Oh, thank you for that. We're going to turn now to a GMA health alert. Correspondent Dr. Jen Ashton is here to break it all down for us. Live longer and probably live better. Right. Dr. Jen, tell us what the study found.
So this is interesting.
And when we're talking about the lifting, though, it is distinguished from cardio, like running or walking.
That's right.
What types of exercises are we talking about?
So resistance training, that in general, that muscle mass is so important for men and women at all ages, but especially as we get older.
Is there a why this adds life to you or years to your life?
You know, it's unclear, but
Dr. Jen, always. All right, thank you very much. We appreciate it. All right, Michael, over to you.
All right, thank you, Amy.
Back to GMA. We have been waiting to talk to our next guest all morning. So, all rise for the incomparable Judge Judy and her granddaughter, Sarah Rose.
They're about to kick off season 2 of the Emmy Award-winning show, Judy Justice.
Nice to see you. And you.
Great. You again.
Great to have you here.
Congratulations on everything.
I'm coming down to you. Don't worry.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Get on up there. There you go. Oh, it's wonderful to see you all again.
Yes.
And you. Oh, it has been, 27 years in television. You are
me. And Sarah, it's you can see the love that's there and the respect. And I saw you nodding your head with everything your grandmother was saying about right and wrong. And yet, the two of you don't always see eye to eye.
Hitting the road tomorrow, but glad I was here for Melissa Etheridge. Appreciate everybody watching, everybody.
Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Can I disconnect?
So excited, everyone. We're going to learn how to bring fun into dysfunction. See? Yeah, that's great.
And how do you say it usually happens? How do you
No.
Really, tell the people it's an open show. We thrive here on being open and honest with our audience.
How you bring fun to family dysfunction?
Yes.
I said sometimes alcohol helps. That's what I said. All right, that was not meant for the national broadcast, but it's out there now.
It makes you even more relatable than you already were.
All right, welcome to GMA 3 for what you didn't want to know on this Wednesday.
Doug Ashley, good to have you back from Boston here. Good to have you.
doing well. How are you?
We are doing
Look how coordinated we are.
Everybody's good. Look at that. The band's back together. Got it like we never even left. But I know you got these variants to be talking about here in a second. So we're going to be talking about, first of all, this big number that's got our attention. Look.
Welcome back to GMA3. Less than 3 weeks out from the midterm elections, new signs point to razor-thin margins in battleground states like Wisconsin.
New polling in the race for governor in Wisconsin shows a dead heat.
And Governor, I want to talk about some of the issues we've talked nationwide. A lot of people focused on the economy and inflation, but crime, of course, and public safety is always at the top of so many voters' lists. And it's fair to point out a 70% increase in homicide rates between 2019 and 2021 in your state. Now, Republicans are correlating a campaign promise you made back in 2018 to cut the state's prison population in half to this rise in crime. What's your response to that?
Well, it's
who have been suffering from the pandemic now through inflation, and potentially, I think all economic forecasters are calling what we're seeing in the future a recession.
All right, folks, stay with us here on GMA3. Coming up, sparking the imagination with a children's book.
That's right. And we're back now with something special for military families. The children's book transformed into a new holiday show going on tour for armed service members and their families this season. Let's take a look at the creative team behind it. And the live-action holiday show Pomp, Snow, and Circumstance is currently touring U.S. military bases all over the world, then U.S. cities starting next year, and an updated version of the holiday show will hit Broadway in 2025.
All right, up next right here on this Wednesday edition of GMA3, Dr. Ashton is here with the important information about working out safely.
Welcome back to GMA3, What You Need to Know. Dr. Jen Ashton with us now, and this is the new study that came out talking about older people, 65 and older.
Yeah.
If you just do some strength training, it actually can make you live longer.
Yeah.
Twice a week is all they're saying?
A minimum of twice a week. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can use, cans. You can sit up and down from a chair. That's all strength training.
Push-ups, sit-ups?
Push-ups, sit-ups, planks. My favorite, the bands,
You said cans? Cans of what? Cans. You said peas. Lift some peas.
Chili,
all right.
beans. It's called a pantry workout. There you go. All right. We'll be right back.
It's a new trend.
What's going on?
My goodness, that story. At some point, she'll be home. We're sure of it. Actually,
I hope so.
she'll be
and
home.
It's nice to see the men in the NBA.
It's one big basketball family.
It, yeah.
All right, your prescription for wellness.
Okay, it has to do with exercising in cold temperatures. MO.
Definitely layers, but I always have to have a hat on, and I put gloves on too. But you can always take them off and just have pockets to
hat and gloves.
To seal them off.
Yeah, but
a lot of people will put like a neck gaiter over their mouth.
Yeah, that too. And then I have fleece-lined leggings, which also helps too. So they've got all sorts of great cold weather gear. So it's not an excuse.
Maybe
not to
we'll do
work
a
out.
segment on that.
All right.
All right, Dr. Thank you. Keep your health and wellness questions coming.
Whether starting out in your career or in an industry for decades, everybody is always trying to figure out that secret to success. Well, CNBC business and tech reporter Julia Boorstin has made it her mission to map the common characteristics in some of the world's most successful people in the hopes of inspiring a new generation of leaders.
We're listening. Yeah, she's interviewed countless trailblazers, pulling together the new data in her debut book, When Women Lead, and our chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, has more for us now.
And for the second day in a row, we have ABC Chief Business Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis joining us now. We said you could come back anytime, but look at you.
I wanted to come back right away. It's so good to see you.
So the book, this is great. The book talks about women taking their weaknesses and turning them into superpowers. How do you do that when you're just starting out, though?
Well, it really...
Yeah, sure.
I'm going on vacation. I'll see you guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the warning.
Thanks for the invite.
Rebecca, we love you. You're back. You're welcome back anytime. All right, coming up here on GMA3, upgrading your look. Welcome back, everyone. It is time for Deals and Steals. We have partnered with 6 small businesses to bring our viewers incredible savings. Look who's here, Tori Johnson.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes. With amazing hair care solutions to revamp your look this fall. You can, of course, head straight to these deals by pointing your cell phone camera to the QR code on your screen and then just start shopping along with us. So what do we have here first?
We're starting with Vegamore. So this is all about delaying the appearance of gray hair.
Wow.
So they've got got two different products that is part of their Grow Ageless line. And one is a serum, one is a capsule. And they say that taken in combination, it takes about 90 days to see results. But what happens is it slows the appearance of those grays and makes them also appear a little more shiny and radiant, so they're not as gray in their appearance. And they've got a lot of just really great testimonials and before and after pictures and a lot of fans of this line. So I'm excited to have it for our very first time here. And fans who know the line, I think are going to appreciate 50% off. Wow. They start at $39.
But you're supposed to use it once you start graying a little bit.
Yes.
It's the right time.
He's asking if it's too late for him, is what he's asking.
Yeah.
His hair looks perfect. That is what I would tell him. Okay, Gussie, this is an at-home keratin treatment. So you start with the pre-shampoo. Wash your hair with the pre-shampoo.
Pre-shampoo.
Yes, okay. And then it's the shampoo before the treatment. Okay. Then you will, on wet hair, comb this, but you'll spray and comb this treatment into hair for about 20 minutes. You're going to leave it in hair for about 20 minutes, and then you will blow dry your hair and in sections straighten it with an iron. And what you wind up getting, if you look at the pictures there, is just a smoother, shinier hair. So if you already have curly textured hair, what it's going to do is help it be more defined. If you've got frizzy hair, it's going to remove that frizz. And it's not permanent. This is a temporary solution. Lasts depending on how often you wash your hair. So it could be as much as 30 to 60 days, depending on how much you wash your hair. And then we also have their keratin shampoo and conditioner. They call it the Power Duo for the shower to help prolong the treatment and to keep hair smoother. So if smooth hair is in the cards for you, half off starts at $15.
Okay.
All right?
No, it's hair day with Sydney.
Got it. Her hair is okay. Next up, we've got the D-Noble collection. So we've got a few different options from them. We've got their silk turban. So this is great if you want to preserve your hairstyle overnight. You can sleep with that, especially because it's so thin it doesn't interfere with your comfort level. Then this right here, this is actually pretty cool. This is the silk curling ribbon. So with this, you curl your hair. This became like a huge TikTok sensation. If you have long hair, obviously you have to have long hair. You curl your hair around this overnight. You would sleep with it literally like this, and you use the scrunchies at the end, and you wake up with these beautiful, soft
and you don't have to use
curls,
heat,
and you don't have to use heat. You got it. That is the #1 reason about this. You don't have to use heat. With this mask, you can use heat or cold. You can freeze it. You can use it hot or cold. So it's a dual-purpose gel mask. And then, of course, we also have their silky satin robes. Just lots of great stuff from D-Noble. These start at $18.
All right.
Okay, this is one that you could potentially like for Sabine. This is Dry Z. This was created by a mom whose daughter would shower every night and then go to sleep with a wet towel on her head. And so she created, it's a dual-sided pillowcase. So you've got the satin on one side for when you have dry hair, and then an absorbent towel on the other side, as well as a liner that is built into that. That's a very thin, so you don't feel it, but it's going to keep
your pillow doesn't get
your
wet.
pillow doesn't get wet. It is so smart. So anyone who's got kids with that problem, but quite frankly, adults too, can understand the benefit of this. These start at $12.50.
All right.
Okay, then we're going to come around here to Mulberry Park Silks. If you want the real deal, silk is, you know, where it's at. So soft. We've got silk pillowcases, also silk scrunchies. This is all about keeping hair frizz-free, and it's also really nice on your skin,
right? This is how you don't form wrinkles at night, right?
There you go. You got it. And 50% off starts at $34.50.
All right.
And then finally, some hair tools, because sometimes you just need a good tool. Everything from is designed to cut down on styling time. So one of their signature products is that unbrush, which you can use on wet or dry hair. So if you've got difficulty taking knots out or, you know, brushing through hair, then that is a winner because it helps to avoid those tugging and breakage. So that is one that I would send you home with because it is a good one. We also have their brand new retro hair dryer. It's great. It's travel size. It's compact. Cuts down also on the amount of time that you need to heat to get the style that you want. Everything is slashed at least in half. starts at $9.
Fantastic. You're going to get a shopping cart here later, right?
Look how he's like slunk the scrunchie on his wrist.
Tori, you are always fantastic. We appreciate you. And folks, we appreciate these companies as well. We've partnered with them to get yours today. You can go to that QR code up on your screen or visit our website for all the best deals. Tori, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. All right, up next, right here, when we come back, Reboot.
Yes, everything.
Well, welcome back. From game shows and dramas to sitcoms, everything old is becoming new again.
Yes, the new Hulu series now is giving a fresh take to TV revivals. You got a chance to sit down with two of the stars of Hulu's Reboot series.
That looked like a lot of fun. Offset versus, I'm sure, the show, as you said, it's amazing.
It is actually hilarious. It's smart from the guy who wrote, who's behind Modern Family. But Johnny Knoxville, he said he's never in his career been invited to a GMA. He said, y'all didn't invite me back in the day. This is the only show where I can finally get on your air. But Reboot is now streaming on Hulu. Season finale coming up on October the 25th.
All right, looking forward to that. And that is what you need to know on this Wednesday. Thanks for being here. We will see you again tomorrow. I'm Amy Robach.
And I'm TJ Holmes. We will see you soon. Have a good one.